Today we're going to focus on being a good listener. You know, a good listener is also a good speaker. Sometimes it's good to sit silently and listen to someone. But eventually the person you're listening to may need some feedback. He or she may need to know that you're interested enough to ask a question or to tell him that you've understood what he said. Remember, it takes two to have a conversation. Would you like to see more? Come, join my class. What I'd like to do now is completely different, but fun. So let's take this, and let's take this. All right, this is a conversation, but you only have one half of the conversation. So your job is to write the other half of the conversation. And two people are speaking, and who are the people? Who are the people, Luciana? Who's speaking in this little thing?
The son, Carol and her father.
Yes, Carol and her father. So Carol is the daughter.
The daughter, yeah.
Your job is to write the part of the father. And there are many different possibilities here. But you'll see why it's not so easy, because the answers or the half requires certain types of questions. I have something important to tell you, Dad. Mark and I are getting married, Luciana. Mark and I are getting married.
Do you really want to get married with him?
All right, do you really want to get married with him? With married, get married, there's no with. Two. Do you really want to get married to him, or more natural is, do you do you really want to? Yes, very natural. When you have the person, if you have the person, just say, marry him, okay? If you don't have the person in the sentence, then you can do this. Okay? We don't usually say to get married to him. It's fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's more natural, it's faster to marry him. We're getting married, Takae.
Oh my God, do you really think you are ready to marry?
Do you really think you are ready to marry?
Get married.
To
Get married.
get married. You see, it's a very common thing to get married when there's no person there. You just say to get married. All right, number 4. What does the father say for number 4? Nare, what's yours? Number 4?
I say, aren't you saying that you plan to study your PhD in
All right,
London?
aren't you saying that you plan to study for your PhD? But aren't you saying is strange, right? Because she's saying we're getting married. So what's the tense on that?
Didn't you say that you plan to study your PhD?
For your PhD. Number 6, the father says something and the daughter says that's not true. Tadashi?
He just want take advantage of your money.
Okay. To take advantage of your money, or he just wants your money.
Yes.
All right? Or he wants to take advantage of you.
Of you.
Right, okay. But it's fine. That's fine. Okay, number 8. He does so is the answer, or you can change the answer. All right? So, number 8. Amy, what do you have?
I know that he isn't divorced yet.
I know he isn't divorced yet. The answer is he isn't divorced yet.
He
is so. Okay, fine. Now, number 10, she says something. He says something, excuse me, and she says you don't understand.
I see. He's gonna find a job.
He's going to find a job.
He's gonna earn much money.
He's going to earn much money,
More
money, a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. Much is for questions and negatives. He doesn't earn much. Does he earn much? But sentence, he's going to earn a lot of money.
And he's gonna get everything you want.
He's going to get everything you want. He's going to get, or he's going to
Give
yes, give.
everything.
Give who? Give who?
Give you everything you want.
Repeat.
Yeah, I see. He's gonna find a job. He's gonna earn a lot of money. He's gonna give you everything you want. What a wonderful man.
Very nice. And this father is sincere, or
Correct.
how would you describe?
Sarcastic.
Exactly, very sarcastic. All right, and now number 12. The question, I believe, is when. And so, Kana,
When will you live together?
when will you live together? When will you live together? What is another way to say that? Because it's some action that's going to begin. When will you
Moving together.
When will you move in together? Because it's the moment of moving. She's going to move from the father's house. He's going to move from his parents' house. And when will you move in together? Do you understand? It's that moment when they come together. Now, number 14. The answer is New Year's Day. What's the question?
When will you live here?
When will you leave here on New Year's Day? Number 16, what do you have? Did I ask you, Song-hee?
Why didn't you say before?
All right, can you help a little bit? Why didn't you say before? Why didn't
Didn't you tell me
you
this before?
say it again?
You put, why didn't you tell me this before?
Okay. Repeat.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
All right. Yeah. Does that make sense to you? All right. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because I thought you would be angry. All right. All right. Now, number 18. What do you have for 18, Roja?
Sure I did. You must be blind as much as bad.
I thought you would be angry. Sure, I
Eh?
I
I
thought
did.
you would be angry. Sure, I.
Would.
Yes. It's the same thing. Sure, I would. Okay. Go on.
Sure I would. You must be blind as much as a bat.
You must be as blind as a bat.
As blind as a bat.
Bat, a bat. The bat is the bird
Batman.
you cannot see.
Batman.
All right. And now number 20. 20, the father says something, and the girl will agree. So, Luciana, what does the father say?
You're so young and you should be independent first.
Yes, okay. And now this concludes this work story. Okay. You should be independent first. And finally she says, okay, I guess I can see your point. And then she says,
Let's talk more about it later.
yes, he says, I'm sorry, let's talk more about it later. So I'd like to hear 20, 21, 22, all right? What do you have, June? 20?
Penny, you need more time to think about marriage.
All right, I guess I can see your point.
You should choose your husband more carefully.
Very good, very nice. Okay, good advice. Let's review. Remember, it takes two to have a conversation. Let's try it now. Let's see, do you want to come and sit here and talk to me? Okay, and my question and your question this time will be, so how is New York similar, or let's put it this way, is New York similar to or different from what you expected, what you had expected before you arrived. All right? So, how is New York similar or different from what you had expected?
At first, I surprised that they have many museums here because and many people go there. For example, when I went to Metropolitan Museum, so many children and families go there. But in Japan, families, not never, but families don't go to museum together. Only people who has interested in art or something article thing.
So that was a big surprise for
Yeah.
you, that going to a museum can be a family activity. And in Japan, you don't usually see that. Family activities are different, and
Almost adult people, not children.
yeah, mostly.
Elementary school or high school.
Oh, so that's the other thing, that most, in Japan, people who go to museums are usually, they're adults. Children, you see many children in museums. So that was different for you when you came
I'm so
here.
surprised
You were
about
surprised.
And in Japan, when we use subway, we can find timetable anywhere. But I never find timetable here.
So when you use the subway here, you have no idea when the train is coming, and there's no timetable. Different.
Sometimes it makes me irritated.
Oh, it makes you irritated. So that's not such a pleasant difference.
Yeah.
That's a difficult situation. All right, I will stop. And so I was talking about some differences. When you talk about differences, there are many types of differences. What did I say? What did I do? What did I do after she spoke, Sung-hee? I repeated her words. Not exactly, but some of her words, and then I used some of my own words. I was trying to be careful. What else did I do? Anything else? One thing I did was, if I was repeating and she was starting to speak, I stopped. Because the most important thing is for her to speak, so if she was speaking, I stopped. So this is what we call active listening. That we think of listening as just silence, but it really isn't. A good listener needs to make the person feel that you're interested. So how did you feel when I did that? Did that make you feel good or bad?
Good.
Good. And can you say why?
Because I thought you do listen to me, and you do understand me.
Okay. And you notice that I emphasize the words "do," because it's important to you do listen to me and you do understand me. That some people don't. Okay. And it's a nice feeling that you do listen and you do understand. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So let's have again groups of 3 with a timer, a speaker, and a listener, and then we will change.
So your city is very similar to New York.
Yeah, in this point, yes. But I think I like here because there's no violence, you know. Not not too much like São Paulo, you know.
I thought New York is most dangerous city in the world.
Yeah, no, that's right. No. So. I think you have to confirm that when I say something, you know. So when I say, for example, São Paulo is dangerous, you have to confirm. So São Paulo is dangerous. Confirm just.
Oh yeah.
Because you were surprised because you expected that the doctor was going to be more caring, kind. Yeah.
And I started to cry, and he said, "Why are you crying?" I said, "Because I'm afraid. I don't know if I have something. You start to took my blood, and a lot of exams. I said, you didn't even ask me what I have.
Now over here was kind of interesting because Renata had a terrible experience at the doctor's office because the doctor was so insensitive. And I think that I was really not responding. Maybe you were waiting. And why didn't you give her some response?
Because I was afraid of interrupt.
How do you feel if, how would you feel if she interrupted? Do you think it would have been a problem?
No.
No. So what would the feeling be if she interrupted and kind of repeated what you said?
It is good because I know that she's understanding.
Yeah, it helps her to know she's understanding. Because what happened here was
But I know that
because,
you understand.
because I was quiet, so Renata starts to look at me. And I was just sitting here, you know, listening. The point of restating is to keep the conversation going, okay? So when the person stops for a little bit, if you restate something, you restate means you say it again. It's like you start the engine again. Let's review. A good listener is also a good speaker. Let's try it now.
In Japan, when we use subway, we can find timetable anywhere. But I never find timetable here.
So when you use the subway here, you have no idea when the train is coming, and there's no timetable.
Hi, I'm Renata from Brazil. So today I'd like to try active listen. Let's try it outside the classroom. So what's going on here?
Well, this is the holiday market in Union Square. This will be our 8th year. We have all sorts of vendors from all over the world, really.
Oh, really? So, I mean, that you've been doing this for 8 years?
Yes, this is the 8th season, and we open officially tomorrow.
From all around the world here?
Yes, we have vendors who come from Russia, Indonesia.
You have from Brazil?
Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to check the list. I'll have to check the list.
So, what do you sell here?
We're selling all sorts of things. A lot of jewelry and ceramics and all sorts of gift items like candles and picture frames and clothing.
So I mean that you sell here candles, jewelry. It's a great thing, you know?
Great gift items for the holidays. For all your shopping.
I'm gonna come here for sure
Good.
tomorrow.
Excellent. Come on back. Bring your friends.
Yes. Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can learn the art of conversation. You can be good at it too. Restating someone's ideas, asking questions, showing your interest. That's what makes for good conversation. See you next time.